how did you go from, hey, we're selling all our units, we're shutting down the property management firm to evictions and bed bugs?
Right. So the two are totally separate. And we didn't shut down management. We laid a lot of staff off and reduced our oversight. Right. So,
Yeah.
we have a very small management now. But yeah, what I saw happen was a lot of real estate agents got into being property managers for whatever reasons. I think there was a vacuum because we were no longer doing it. I know they get into it to fill a vacuum in their own sales walls and that sort of thing, right? And then a lot of people, like I said, wound up self-managing because it's easier to do today that it's ever been, and they had to because their investment just wasn't gonna pencil out
Mm.
by hiring management. And so what would happen is a lot of people were coming to me and saying, "Hey, I've got somebody I need to evict. They've been in here for 3, 4 months. I can't get them out. I don't know what to do. Whatever." And I just transitioned into being basically an eviction coach. I coach some people on how to do it, and some people I just step in and do the whole thing for them. I become their manager. We go through that whole legal process. And
Mm.
then it's my lawyer, our team. We go through, we make sure that everything's set up in a way. And it was one of these things where so many people thought, oh, this will be easy. I just put a Facebook ad out. I get a client, a customer, or a tenant. It's been great for 3 years until it's not. And then they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
They get emotionally involved. There's arguments back and forth, that sort of thing. I can come in as a third party. About half the time, we don't go to court. I'm able to talk with the tenant and say, "Hey, here's the realistic portion of what's going on here. Here's how this is going to affect you." As soon as I file for eviction, this goes on your record forever, right? You'll never be rented to by another property management company if you have an eviction on your record. That's generally the way it is. I don't know if you experienced that in Canada, but it's definitely something we're seeing now is you can get with the way that background checks are, I can see stuff that's happened to somebody for the last 20, 30 years. It's
Mm.
not like a credit report where it's only going back, what is it, 7 or 10, right? And so explaining to people in an empathetic way says, "Hey, I realize you don't have any money," that sort of thing. But here's what's going to happen is you are going to leave this place. Do you want to leave it with an eviction? Do you want me to pitch your stuff out on the street? Or can we come up with some other better plan here for you? Right. And usually the prior manager, the prior investor, they've had such a back and forth and they're frustrated and it's emotions have got into it. There's probably been a couple of, curse words thrown at each other. I'm able to come in generally, explain it to both sides and say, "Hey, let's get you out."